Hey guys, and welcome to the Bainsainye show. It's your boy Bainsainye, aka the Salty Swinger, and I'm here with Brown Gandalf. Literally, he's wearing brown. I forgot.
No,
oh my god, he's wearing brown.
Yeah.
Oh
Brown
shit!
Gandalf,
Did you do this deliberately?
No. I actually thought this was complexion ठीक से I got it from Zara. You know what I mean? I thought चल मैं lighting मार जे देख my brown. You know what I mean? It's just you know brown on brown.
Chat more shit. Go on.
Yeah.
Continue.
We're sitting on weird angles because we can't be knee to knee anymore. There's too much energy between us. So then that means, and you're probably wondering when we sit in these angles, it means there's a guest. So we're back again with Kaur Movement with Preet. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
No, it's pleasure to have you on the
Overseas
show.
guest.
But then also one thing, before we even get cracking with this episode, I would like to give a trigger warning to those that are listening or even watching this episode, because this episode may contain some sensitive topics and all of that. And also there is a paywall, which is the Bainsainye membership. And with the Bainsainye membership, you have to pay £4 a month, and that is 5 episodes, which is 80p an episode. And you get one special episode, which, you know, it could be the skit, it could be Dolly Banto, Baba Pod, whatever. But then you have access to the rest of the episodes for every single episode that we have. That's where we go full X-rated, left, right, center, conversations happen, themes, all of that stuff. But yeah, continue, guys. Sorry.
And Preet, welcome back again.
Thank you.
And I think the key thing we want to highlight in this episode, go straight into it, is about sexual abuse. So it seems like a very broad term, like sexual abuse, how this person is sexually abused. What does it actually mean? Like, is it an umbrella term with there's many different ways someone is abused, or how does it work?
So sexual abuse is when the person has not consented, and like underage wise, like if they're going through sexual abuse, molestation, there's another side of it. It's just molestation, it's just touching. Sexual abuse can be rape, it can be more in that sense. So it comes down to consent. Is it a yes or a no?
Now, there is a big debate about consent that I found. There was an experiment one time done in the UK where they had a room full of boys and a room full of girls, and they played this video, and it was there were two teenagers at a party, and when in the party, the boy and the girl, they slept beside each other. They weren't doing anything. Then the boy leant over and went on top of the girl, and then obviously they had sexual intercourse, but the girl didn't say anything. So the girl, it seemed like in the video that the girl was consenting to it. And the question they were asked to the different two genders of boys and the girls, was this consent? The girl said, not really, I don't think so. Maybe or maybe not. And the boys were saying, yeah. Like, that's the difference. So
wow.
Yeah. I
didn't know about this study.
Yeah, so the concept of consent is so important.
So in terms of the Kaur movement, right, how many, like, what if you had to class a percentage of men and female in terms of victims, what percentage would you give?
Publicly wise, more females come forward and share their experience.
So percentage wise,
we have a lot of men coming forward. I would say 25% to 30% is men coming to us for about sexual abuse, and then the rest are females.
So what is the main common themes with the men victims, so the male victims?
Male victims, other men are touching them.
Okay.
So that was a main concern that we were seeing, and victims that are coming forward. A lot of authority figures like teachers, especially in Punjab, were touching young boys. Females, like household situations, grandma touching their like nephew, niece, like so that kind of stuff does come forward. The only difference is like the men don't really talk about it. They do with us privately and confidentially, like confidential information. They share it with us, and we try to help them go through the process. Because for men, we've noticed in our community, they just go to drugs, alcohol, mostly, or they just suppress the anger, and then they show anger in different ways in relationships. But they don't really discuss what has happened with them because of the stigma in our community. Tu bandaniga, if you're talking about this, right? So with men, it's, and when they need to expose a woman, like for example on my platform, they will actually say no. So we get false allegations, okay? So women lie. It's really rare percentage when that happens. Like even in statistics, it'll show like only 4 to 5 cases out of 100 are false. The rest are all true. Okay, so it's a low percentage, but we do get those cases. So when we give, it's the same. The whole procedure is same. So I contact the girl, and I contact the man, and I say, okay, what do you want to do with this? She falsely accused you. We should be publicly making this, like, you know, this is your story. You had to go through this. You had to go to jail. You had to, like, you know, you went through this whole process, because men are not really protected, especially in Punjab in here, when it comes to that stuff. So so they usually say, no, it's okay, it's not a big deal, I don't want to, like, you know, ruin her life, I just want to move forward.
I'm not gonna lie, like, for me personally, right, there was an incident that happened when I was, let's say, I would like to say first year uni, right? It was in the club, all of that, and then just dancing away. For me, I just love dancing in the club.
What
That's
kind
my
of
thing. It was Manchester, you know how it is.
Techno.
Yeah, techno
Music.
What were you doing? What move were you doing?
Bro, I do this weird box thing with my hips, like like that. Yeah, basically.
So you bar like that?
No, like, you know what I mean, a little bit of salsa, so you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like that. Yeah, moving the hips around, right? So, long story short, some girl grabbed my butt, right? Now she out and out grabbed my butt, and I didn't know how to feel at that moment, right? Personally, so I felt a bit intimidated at that moment, and I was like, I looked at her and I was like, "Chalti, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
let it go,
let it slip." But then I'm like, hang on a second. For me, it's just like, okay, cool. I just gave no fucks, and I was just like, you know, like, just doing my right, dancing away. But then it wasn't until like 2 days after I was like, actually,
you're still thinking about it.
I'm thinking about
because it was something that you did not expect, and it happened, and
I didn't know how to feel. I was like, ooh, but then I was like ooh, but like, you know what I mean? I didn't know how to feel. Why did you do that
without even? Yeah.
But then to me, I don't class that as it being traumatic or whatever. It was just like, what the fuck was she doing, bro?
When was this? How?
First to second year of uni, so probably a couple of years back, man. Like,
but look how you remember that whole thing, and look how that that touch and how it made you feel after 2 days. Look how you remember that, and you're still talking about it till now, right? So you brought it up now, so it's in the back of your mind. Yeah. So that's what happens.
But then the thing is, in your situation, if you were to tell the boys, this is what happened, they'll be like, you should be happy about it.
You should be happy.
You're a boy.
That's literally how guys respond. Oh, wow, you should have loved that.
Yeah.
That's nice. You got that attention.
But then I think about it, if there was somebody else that didn't have the same like mindset or thinking as I had, they must have been affected quite deeply by this.
Yes. There are some people that, even just that, it is a big deal, because why are you touching my butt when I didn't even, like, you know, and if it's like intentional and doing it, like, it's weird.
And so that's when I like, and I think because it happened like in like first or second year, not like to say that I do that, but like when I see guys go out and they go clubbing and they start touching a girl, or if it's like freshers, or if it's like something like, because they've had that liquid courage, they feel like because she's dressed a certain way, I can grab her by her hips and just like, you know, do whatever I need to do, go to town. Where in fact that is actually sexual assault.
It is. In clubs, it is a very intimidating environment for women.
It's like, really intimidating for men now too, though. So now they don't even feel like they can approach anybody, because so much is coming forward. They're like, how do I even hit on a girl? Like, how can I even go up to her? Is it going to be sexual? How do I approach? It's so loud. Do I just say it in her ear? Or do I tap her? Or do I do this? What do I do?
Get a consent form.
Because it's that even I don't know if you've seen that video, but it's like there's a thing where like guys don't approach girls in gyms because of that whole situation where they're probably recording their workout. And at the end of the day be on TikTok and be exposed.
That also, it's guys are so restricted now, and they feel like they can't even approach or do anything, or say anything, as in just a conversation with a woman now, because they just feel like, they might feel a different way, and I can't have that conversation with a stranger. Online dating is now a thing for a reason, I think.
There's a protection barrier.
First the conversation.
With regards to like touch, that's something I want to just sort of get an idea, so that audience and people can understand. What does like good touch, bad touch. So do you explain it on your platform, or
Well,
how
I
does it work?
talk about it
Yeah.
all the time. So like I tell parents to educate their kids when they're younger.
Yeah.
Like this is good touch, this is bad touch.
Mm.
Meaning like if someone's touching your chest, your butt, or this area, it's a no-no.
Mm.
But if they're hugging you and you're okay with it, then you do it. Like you just you get taught, like, you know what feels uncomfortable for you. And when you do feel uncomfortable, like you did feel uncomfortable when that happened, then how are you, like, you freeze. You don't know how to respond. You think about it after 2 days, 3 days, and then you're like, okay, like, let it go type of a deal. But now I'm trying to tell people, like, hey, if that does happen, just either tell someone, say it, talk about it, and put your boundaries out there. Like, I don't want to hug you.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know how I felt after that. Like, I was like, bro, this is
Because
good.
obviously he can't talk about it openly.
Yeah.
No.
And now he said it to, even I didn't know about it, but you wouldn't tell your boys at uni, would you?
No, because guys make fun of it. I've noticed that a little bit.
No,
rip each other. We rip each other.
No, mind you,
You
I
rip
actually
each
did.
other.
No, I actually did.
You told your boys?
Yeah, I told
What
my
did
boy
they say?
Michael, and
What did Michael say?
he was like, bro, she's moving mad.
There you go.
She's moving mad.
Move it. Sorry, do you want to
What
translate?
was moving
So
mad?
she's moving mad means how do you say it, Godman?
She's flirtatious. She's
Yeah,
making
flirtatious,
moves.
so
But that's
she's
not
like-
flirtatious.
No. That moving mad means that you are moving mad.
Can you explain it? What moving mad means? man?
Moving
Say
mad is like
moving
your
mad.
intention is like it's a bit too, bruv.
Is your English dictionary that poor? Right, moving mad means it's a very.
Even you can't say it. You're out here saying that my dictionary's bad.
Moving mad. Now let me think. Now you're moving mad, yeah. It means
Moving
wild.
mad
It's
is-
wild. It means wild. She's wild.
yeah, she's moving-
She's wild.
she's
She's
wild.
flirtatious. Like. Whoa,
Okay, so
what the
for
hell?
a female, it's
Like-
flirtatious. When a guy does it, then it's creepy. and
That's moving
sexual.
mad.
No,
The
but
man-
then man is negative connotations. He's not moving mad. That's even moving
Then
mad.
then
but
you're
in
a
bad way.
pedo.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
what.
please tell your people in Canada that this word "moving mad" is a British slang, very,
For wild.
very wild, but it can be positive and negative.
Okay.
So yeah,
Got you.
But I think we do need to go into some cases now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a few things that I want to say and get on my chest, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys are not a Bainsainye member, become a Bainsainye member. £4 a month, and we're gonna continue our conversations. And until then, we are out.